I'm Katerina Giasian.
And I'm Shaina Basan. This is Spartan TV News.
Have you ever been sick and tired of the school's food?
I have.
Have you ever been tempted to order outside food?
I have.
Well, for all those students wondering if they can order food from off-campus locations, Lee has the full story.
Have you ever ordered food on campus? Well, I did, and boy was I angry with the outcome. The sushi I ordered from Moshi Moshi went in the garbage, or that's what they told me when they took it from me. I had ignored the fact that in the handbook it states the rule. But this has been stirring up conflict in our school, and maybe it's time for a change. Aided by Mr. Ornos, the school decided to put the rule in the handbook about a decade ago because of safety reasons. Mr. Ornos told me that they changed the rule because it brought up a lot of safety issues and he couldn't control all the transactions going along the school fences.
Well, if somebody has food delivered, we supposed to refuse it, either tell the person to take it back, or if we take it, we keep it and we give it to Mr. Ornos. Maybe like 4 or 5 times a week. It's coming down once they know that they can't have it because they don't want to lose money or they don't want to waste their money. Probably been maybe once or twice. We had a few kids that came in and tried to do it more than once, but not many.
There are no exceptions to the delivery policy, but if you have a special need, there is a process called the ADA approval process.
We follow the Americans with Disability Act in that due to medical conditions that would require a special diet, we allow students who provide the proper documentation and who follow the outline on page 38 of the student handbook to bring food on campus.
Well, not really sure how to say this without incriminating myself. However, I have ordered food from off campus. I think the students desire a greater range of options and, different cuisines and food choices. They don't want to be limited just by what's served in the cafeteria.
Regardless of how much the students don't like this rule, the handbook is clear. But one thing is, if they want to petition the rule, there's a petition for change. I'm Lee, reporting for Spartan TV.
Now I'll make sure to read the handbook before I do anything. Kat, our next story is about body image. Have you ever felt self-conscious about your body?
You know what, Shaina? I guess I have.
Well, there are definitely other students who have felt the same way.
Did you know that 7 out of 10 girls don't think they measure up in some way, including their looks, school performance, and even their relationships?
I believe the ideal body is like very skinny and muscular.
Someone that has abs, strong, skinny,
like have like a small waist, curvy,
is fit,
the right curves,
and like long hair, skinny waist, like big butt.
Approximately 91% of women are unhappy with their bodies and resort to dieting to achieve their ideal body shape. Hi, I'm Sophie Cartledge reporting from the gym for Spartan TV. But exactly what is the ideal body? Sophia Cotter is a 9th grader with an interesting career. Sophia Cotter is an Instagram model. She is hired by different companies to promote their goods.
Most of these companies are mostly swimwear companies, and they kind of choose like the ideal girl to like advertise their bathing suits. They usually ask for measurements to see, like when they're asking for your size, to make sure that you have the correct measurements, or they choose me based off of the photos that I post. I have 14,800 something followers on Instagram. The ideal body image is kind of like tiny waist, big butt.
I don't know the standards to becoming a model, but I know that you can't be fat, but you have to be like very skinny and muscular.
I just know like for Victoria's Secret models, like you have to be really skinny. They don't want you to like have like any fat on your body.
I know that they're unnatural and unrealistic.
To be 5'9", 24 inches in the waist, 34 in the hips.
According to ABC News, 20 years ago, the average fashion model weighed 8% less than the average woman. Today, she weighs 23% less.
I'd like to see a change in like the society's views, because it gives everyone like a false perspective, because they're trying to fit that perfect body image that really is non-existent, because everything nowadays is just photoshopped. And that's like one of the #1 causes of like eating disorders. Like this causes anorexia and so many other eating disorders.
I know that people like get really insecure because like they don't look like certain models. So like I think we should be more open to like other body types besides just like models we see on TV.
No, I do not think models should set the ideal of what we look like.
Any body that's just natural, I guess, because there's no such thing as an actual ideal body.
Your body's unique to you.
Reporting from the gym for Spartan TV, I'm Sophie Cartledge.
Thank you, Sophie, for showing us that there is no ideal body. Shaina, I heard you were asked to prom.
I was, by my best friend Leon Jammer.
How exciting. Have you bought a dress yet?
Not yet.
You might want to look into the dress code for this year. Here's Morgan with the next story.
Hi, my name is Morgan Weisberg, reporting for Spartan TV from the field. One of our biggest events is prom.
Yes, prom this year is at the Mondrian Hotel in South Beach.
Every year, seniors and juniors come back with stories to tell. Students attend every year, but students aren't aware of the exact dress code.
In terms of dress code, there's nothing formalized that we've published, but it would be a dress code along the lines of previous proms, that this is a classy affair, and both men and women should be reflecting that in their choice of dress.
Generally in the past, the guys have worn a nice slacks and a dress shirt. Some wear tuxedos, many wear suits.
No, I'm not aware of the dress code, but I honestly think there should not be a dress code, because it's like our senior year and this is a big thing for us, and we shouldn't limit girls on what they can wear.
So all I know is that, well, it's probably like the same thing as like mini master dress code, like no like straps and like nothing below the knee.
Because why are we just going to objectify the women in our class?
What I would say is this: certainly we are not in the business of censoring anyone, and I understand it's, you know, we live in Miami, a very fashion forward city, and our students tend to be fashion forward, and I respect that, and we respect their rights to express themselves and to make their own choices. However, what we need to remember is that this is a school-sponsored event. So guys, for example, are not going to want to wear anything that says anything inappropriate. Now, this problem, in the case of appropriateness, unfortunately is more difficult for women in this particular case. Fashion tends to show off more of women's bodies than men's, and there are many things that are low cut. The style now, like a lot of the styles right now involve really low cut dresses, low cut gowns that, might go all the way down to your navel, or lots of dresses that have openings, or very, very short dresses. And unfortunately, I think that that is just a fashion industry problem, that they're showing off a lot of women's bodies. And so our girls kind of have a choice. Do they accept this and do they show off a lot of their bodies, or do they try to be a little more conservative, given that it is a school event?
Students and teachers have been cooperating for this year's prom. That's all for today. Reporting for Spartan TV from the Franco Center, Morgan Weisberg.
Well, now I know what not to look for when I buy my dress. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, time has run out. The last day for prom ticket sales was last Friday.
You might want to go to Mr. Brennan to find out if there's any chance of you getting tickets. This is Spartan TV News.
See you next time.